is in the hospital. She's on the mend, but the hospital says it's time for her to be discharged. You're concerned. Prior to being in the hospital, Mom was independent. She could drive, she could make her meals, she could get around safely. Now, Mom is weak, she shouldn't be driving, and it probably isn't safe for her to be home alone. And you're still concerned because of the continued symptoms she is having. Or Dad was in the hospital, went to rehab for a bit more treatment, and now rehab is saying insurance is mandating discharge. Dad is still not strong enough and needs more therapies. Also, he just isn't himself. His memory's not good. He likes to wander at night. Mom is afraid it's just too much for her. And what happens if he finds the keys and takes the car out in the middle of the night? What do you do if you're faced with what you feel is an unsafe discharge? Federal law mandates hospitals ensure a safe discharge. Whether you have Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance, the hospital must give you a discharge notice. If you're in rehab, they must give you a written notice of Medicare non-coverage at least 2 days in advance. In any case, if you feel the discharge is unsafe, you need to appeal immediately. It is very important you do not delay an appeal. Do not sign the discharge papers. Appeal first. Hospitals and rehabs cannot discharge you while an appeal is pending, and if it is a first appeal, Medicare continues to pay. Now, this typically only takes about 24 hours. Once the appeal is decided, if you lose the appeal, and a lot of people do not know this, you can appeal again. There are multiple levels of appeal depending on whether it is a hospital or rehab and whether it is Medicare or private insurance. Appeals go all the way to State Department of Insurance reviews and federal court reviews. The important thing to know here is that after the first level, if you lose, you are responsible for payment if your loved one continues with care. It is important you weigh the financial risk with the risk of an unsafe discharge. Whether it is a first level or a third level appeal, the key is act quickly, escalate with stronger evidence each step, and document. Still feel overwhelmed? Consider the services of an independent healthcare advocate. We know the process and we know the language. Next, we're going to look at your rights if your insurance is saying they will no longer cover skilled care or rehab because your loved one is not making improvements. Spoiler alert, they can't do that. If you want to learn more about our healthcare system and insurance, please follow along. Have a question, drop it below, and we'll do our best to answer you or at least point you in the right direction.